Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining tonight's call. As a reminder, these calls are every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but today, because we have a special speaker once again from the West Coast, and she's actually still on a call, believe it or not, for work. Look at her. We moved the call to 8:30. I'm going to kick it off, and then we're going to bring Jessica on. But tonight, typically, what I've done before is that I talk about the ultimate portion fix because that's what I use. But now I know my girl just uses the 2B mindset and has lost 80 pounds using that 2B mindset. So obviously we want to give you both nutrition programs so that you can make an educated decision as to which one fits your lifestyle better. All right. So I'm going to share a little bit about my journey. Right. He always does that. So I'm going to share a little bit about my story. And I know we have a lot of new girls on the call. Hang on one second. Sorry, you guys. Oh, 7-year-old. Okay, so I'm going to send him to Carolina. So, so I'm going to give you, my journey, how I got started. And also because we have a lot of new ladies that have joined, we want to tell you what it is that you should be doing as you kick off your journey so that it is successful. So we're going to cover the nitty gritty. And then, I'm going to talk about the ultimate portion fix. I'm going to then pass it on to Jess so that she can talk about the 2B mindset. So I began my journey 6 years ago, 6+ years ago, in March of 2014. And I can't even believe it's been 6+ years. And that's because, it just taking it in one day at a time. I think that if we look at it as a whole, it gets very, very daunting. It gets really scary, which is why I always recommend that you just deal with today, and then tomorrow, we'll worry about tomorrow. So I really joined when I was postpartum. I believe I was 8 months postpartum, and I had gained, I've never really struggled with weight, but I also wasn't fit and I wasn't healthy. So when I joined, I was about 38 pounds overweight from the pregnancy, which comes with the territory. But I also had lost my mom, myself in motherhood, and I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. Let me put the speaker view so that it records this way. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I definitely, hang on one second. There we go. And, I didn't want my husband to look at me. I also didn't, I've never really enjoyed shopping, but I definitely didn't want to go shopping then. Everything didn't fit well. All of that comes with the territory. And so I started to follow my coach on the internet for 8 months, you guys. And I was embarrassed to ask for help. I just felt that, I should be able to figure it out on my own because that's what I was taught. And 8 months went by, and I just kept seeing transformation after transformation. And I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to ask for help. And so I did. And, I was one of those people that were, already committed before even buying. And so I was just like, where do I sign? And the rest is basically history. At that time, these things didn't even exist. I did not get these until a year later. So my journey consisted of following the T25, which was a very small book, nutrition program. I drank Shakeology, have been drinking it since. That's like 75+ months later, and just leaning into the accountability group. I fell in love with the accountability group because you know, it was women uplifting women. It was women who push women, women that were helping women, you know, coming from corporate, it's very catty. And so I had never seen something like it. And that's what has held me here, you know, 6.5 years later. And one of the things I want to mention tonight, you know, and I'm sure that Jessica can agree to this, is that when I came into this, I came in, you know, and I followed directions. I came in and I didn't try to change the system. I came in and I didn't try to tweak it and say, you know, oh, you know, maybe this will work and maybe I'll grab a little bit from, no. My coach said, drink Shakeology, you know, press play every single day and show up in this accountability group, and that'll give you results. And that's exactly what I did. And that's why I lost 50 pounds in 1 year. And then I started to use these, which is why, you know, I'm going to speak about them. That is actually what actually helped me maintain my weight off, but also gain muscle mass. All right. And so it's very simple. As long as you are willing to put the scissors down and not cut corners, I promise you that this will work. It's worked for Jessica, who has lost 80 pounds with the 2B mindset. She also lost, this is her second transformation postpartum, but she also lost, I'm not sure if it's 50, 60 pounds with the portion control system as well. And so she has used both systems and it has worked for her. And it has worked for many of our ladies that are on this call as well. Just tonight, we got some news from one of our girls who has lost in 4 months 40.5 pounds. Abigail has been with us since May, so it is possible, right? If it was possible for her, and it's been possible for me, and it's been possible for Jessica, and it's been possible for all the ladies that have joined us and have committed to this, you know, system, is gonna be possible for you guys. All right. All right. The other things that I am going to also encourage you to do before you start your program on Monday, if you are kicking off on Monday, September 14th, or if you're wrapping up a program, and this is a refresher, and you are starting a new program, every single time that you start a new program, you have to, if you are using the portion control system, you have to recalculate where you are, right? You have to weigh yourself, and then you have to calculate what plan you fall under. And I'm going to explain all of that to you. But the other thing that you want to do is you want to measure yourself, because when you start to gauge your progress, you're not going to just base it on the scale, but you have to look at the entire picture, right? You have to look at your weight, you have to look at your inches, you have to look at pictures. And so make sure that you are taking measurements, and your measurements consist of your bust, your waist, your hips, your arms, your legs. All right, so that's important. Also pictures, you want to take your pictures and you want to make sure that it's like a white background or something like that with the same outfit, right? Because that's the only way that you'll be able to compare or similar outfits. So typically, you know, whatever you're going to work out with, you want to take front pictures, back pictures, side pictures. All right. And the way I weigh myself, and, you know, Jessica will talk about the 2B mindset and how that works. But the way I weigh myself is, you know, choose a day, whether that is Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings at around the same time. And what I do is I, you know, use the bathroom. So make sure that you empty out, you guys, because you want to make sure that it is the most accurate, right? And making sure that it's around the same time every time you weigh yourself is important as well. And I, you know, weigh myself the way God brought me to this world, because then I don't have any extra garments on. All right. So that's the way I do it. All right. So I don't know if Jessica, because I also want to allow her. You on?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Hang on. Let me do this. Okay. So I'm going to pass it on to Jessica so that she can actually now share her journey. And then we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of, you know, both programs and breaking down each of them.
Yes. Thank you so much, Gabby. And from the bottom of my heart, guys, I really do apologize for being kind of occupied at the beginning of the call. I was supposed to be done at 5:30, and of course, work never works out that way, right? So just to give you some color in terms of my journey, I know Gabby spoke about Ultimate Portion Fix. I actually have transformations, and she touched on it briefly, but I have transformations from both. So you can actually ask me anything that you'd like in terms of both, if you'd like. But to give some color in terms of my Ultimate Portion Fix, when I started off Beachbody, it was Ultimate Portion Fix. And that's all I knew. That's all I did for 5 years. I was part of the Size infomercial, and that's what we used. And I maintained my weight loss. I lost 50 pounds with Ultimate Portion Fix. Maintained it, loved everything about it. I know what blues are. I think I can spit out that list like my heart. So, I am very comfortable with containers and talking about them. And then To Be Mindset came out, and my girlfriend, who is actually the product director for Beachbody, and she was working on Alana's her super trainer. So she works directly with Alana, and she was like, "Girl, containers." And I was like, "What do you mean? No, this is not going to work. I need my containers. I need to know, how am I supposed to know? How am I going to measure? How can I know? What if this is too much cheese?" She's like, "Don't worry about it." The way that she said it, I was like, "I don't believe you. Like this can't work because I'm not measuring. I'm out of my comfort zone now." And then I was kind of part of, the making of everything in terms of To Be Mindset and just how it's rolling out. I was like, wow, this sounds phenomenal. I was like, I'm really not going to measure anything. And it was scary at first because it was like, and then I tried to kind of marry the two together. So when I see people do it now, it makes me laugh because I did that in the beginning when I was kind of like easing my way into it. It's like, this is how your plate should be in terms of portion. You should have this many FFC. So I was like, oh, that's a yellow. And she goes, enough with the containers. Just let it go. Listen to the videos and just no more containers. Just free your mind and really think about it. Try to erase everything, which is so hard for me because this was the last 5 years of thinking of these little containers. And not to say there's anything wrong with the containers. It's just a different way of eating. What I can say, I'll say that afterwards when I'm done. Okay. So went ahead and I lost 25 pounds initially with To Be Mindset. I was blown away because I had when you lose weight, you start feeling yourself. Okay. You fly. Ain't nobody flying to me when I'm skinny, honey. Honey, I was out here eating nachos and shit. Like, I was out here. Right. Not a good idea. The next thing you know, 20 pounds is up. I was like, what happened? Look at this going. I was jumping up and down in the living room still. So what happened? You get comfortable. You get excited, and if you're not on top of it, it's truly a journey and it's a lifestyle change. And if you're not consistently doing the same habits, it will happen. So I got up back into the 160s and I was just like, okay, you're a little pudgy, but it's cute. You're so cute. And then I was following, To Be Myself officially came out and I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to follow this like through and through. I listened to all the videos and I lost 25 pounds. Felt amazing. I was like, I'm skinny. And then my husband, I was also away from my husband. We lived bi-coastal for a year. This was when we were transitioning from New York to California. He comes like to California and I'm late. I was like, I'm skinny, so this is not okay. Like, I'm not ready to be big again because, that's what happens when you get pregnant, right? You gain some weight. I was like, nah, but I'm skinny right now because Tubi got me on the flat. Like, I was killing myself. Clearly not. I got pregnant, obviously. And I gained 65 pounds because when I say I ate the world, pancakes like every other day. To be what? No, my plate was FFCs. There was some weren't even filled with no fiber. Okay, they was just carbs. Boom. I was just chilling with the cake. It was wonderful. So I gained 65 pounds, and I was like, "What am I gonna do now? Like, how is this even going to come off? Is it gonna come off? Do I really have to do this journey again?" And I did. And I literally, one thing I can say about To Be Mindset is it takes practice. It takes patience, and it is a something that you really have to be intentional and mindful about. And I see a lot of people that start into my fitness groups and they're like, this isn't working. And it's like, one, change your language, because it does work. It's a system, you know, it's proven to work. It's helped thousands of people. So there's nothing wrong with the system. The system is proven to work. What are you doing? What efforts are you doing? What are you not doing? What are you not telling me that you're not doing? How much sleep are you getting? That's so important. How much stress are you under? That affects the scale. And things that we don't think about, these circumstances in which we're in a pandemic, guys. We've been home since March. Like, I love my family. I promise y'all I do from the bottom of my heart. I am sick of them. Okay? I'm seeing them every day and I'm sick. Like, that's why my scale not moving, because I'm just tired of the same people. Like, if it happens, you know, we get stressed, we are lacking sleep or working from home, homeschooling. I expect everybody to have spikes during this week that homeschooling starts. All of my moms, it's going to happen, you know, like, and it's okay, because life happens. That's what it's about. But understand the journey and understand your circumstances that are affecting the number. And that's all that it is. It's just the number. And we have to break up with, I also had to break up with the thought of this number defining me. And that's why you weigh in daily. You check the weather daily. Before you go outside and you put on your clothes, you check the weather. And you're like, how hot is it today? How much naked am I going to be? Okay. You check the weather. Why can't you check the scale? What's wrong with it? It's the same thing. I weigh in daily, whether I feel like it, whether I had chips the night before, or I had a drink, or whatever it is that I had, I check in the morning. And it's just informational. It's just like the weather. It's the weather to my body. It does not define me. And if it's up, okay, it's up. What did I have yesterday? I look at my tracker. Tracking is super important. Look at my tracker and I go through it. I'm like, and we had a call before about my weight loss journey. And when I'm in weight loss mode, I'm kind of like a Nazi. And I am so diligent about what I track. Like, I track everything. Literally, if I make egg white pizza, which I am obsessed with, but I make egg white pizza for dinner, that's kind of like my staple when I'm like in weight loss. You're like, oh, this bitch trying to lose some pounds, because here she go with the weight loss with the egg white pizza again. Because I'm just like, that's my thing. And I always lose weight when I have that for dinner. And if I change from like olives to jalapenos and I gain a pound, them olives gotta go. Like, or the jalapenos, whatever spiked it, gotta go. And I change things little by little. And I really do my due diligence and just looking at what it is that I ate meal by meal. If I'm changing something, I only change one thing. So a lot of times, like, my whole week will be super boring, as you can say, or meal prepped, because I don't really meal prep. It also saves me. That's another thing. To Be Mindset has saved me on time in terms of like meal prepping. I am blessed to be very occupied. I'm going to choose my language wisely, but I am very occupied in my life. So I just don't have the ability right now to meal prep. And I felt like I needed to do that with Ultimate Portion Fix. With To Be Mindset, I feel a little bit more free, where I can literally just open my fridge and I'm like, okay, what is my plate going to look like? That freedom and that taking care of a toddler that is notorious for just getting into things is the hand in hand that they go in is amazing. And I need that with my toddler right now. I need to be able to not worry about putting things together. If I could put this in a container, I can't think about your blues or yellows, how many I got, how many I don't got. I can think about this one plate, this one meal, and make sure that I'm following the guidelines. And that works for me. And that's been the freeing thing from, you know, doing the containers and doing the To Be Mindset. Again, there's nothing wrong with the Ultimate Portion Fix. And actually, I had been thinking about Ultimate Portion Fix versus, you also have to know where you're at in your journey. And thinking about Ultimate Portion Fix and To Be Mindset, and while I love it, To Be Mindset so much, there are also things scientifically that I want to happen to my body. And I'm going to say this with the absolute straightest face, and y'all better not laugh at me. I've had a flat ass since I was born, right? And I really and truly want to grow it. Like, I have been praying, and Jesus said, do squats. I did the squats is not working. Jesus then said, okay, fix your eating. And I fixed my eating. I was clean. And he was like, no, you're not doing it right. You need to like count the macros. Ain't nobody doing that, right? No. It's like have the carb, the whole time nutrition, that is magic. If you want muscle gains, if you want definition, if you want things to happen to your body that you've never seen before, that time nutrition, baby, the way she laid that out, bomb. That is what I need. I just don't want to use her little containers. I don't feel like it. But that is scientifically what my body needs. So both of those programs, or both of those eating or nutrition programs, really do have their benefits. And To Be Mindset, I think it's absolutely amazing for weight loss. It's absolutely amazing if you're super busy. And if you just want a looser lifestyle where it's like, I can lose weight, wing it, and I don't even have to care. You know what I mean? And as soon as you get the hang of it, it's going to take about 2 to 3 months to get the hang of To Be Mindset. It is not going to happen overnight. You're going to have weight loss days in the beginning, and then all of a sudden you're going to plateau, because you're going to get loosey-goosey with it. You know what I mean? You're not going to track this. You forgot about the little rum that you done shot up in the middle of the night. You forgot about this and that. You know, you forget about things and not track everything. So that's when the fluctuations happen. But when you're diligent and you really just get in the groove of things, it's going to take about 2 to 3 months to get To Be Mindset down. So go with it. If you want a weight loss, and even if you want to maintain, and it's not about building muscle for you, can you show us your tracker? I don't have one right now. It's terrible. Okay. This is like the beginning. I want one that's like filled. Okay, so I'd have the date. Can you see? Mm-hmm. And the weight at the top.
We can't see details, but we can see the whole picture.
Okay. Have the weight loss. I have my hours of sleep. I tick off how many ounces that I got in terms of drinking water, not anything else. And breakfast, I make sure I write it down. Like, even if I put cinnamon, I'm writing down cinnamon. Like everything I'm super diligent about. And I make sure, it sounds silly because I've been doing it for so long, but I look at the picture and I'm like, is half of this proteins? Like, look at it, Jess. Are you okay? And you got some FFCs? Great. And also looking at carbs and fruit in the same category has been I didn't realize how challenging it would be to make that transition. I can send you guys, Jane, I know you're in your group. I can send you a picture of what my page will look like. Because I won't be able to do it here and then like upload it, but I can send you a picture. And then it's just and also the times in which you're having the meals. I think that's important, and whether or not you pooped and what happened in the day. I journal out what happens. And like, if I'm having a frustrated day, a frustrating day, I write that. Or if something bad happened, I write that, because your emotions definitely drive that number on the scale. So if you're into weight loss and all of that, and you really want to lose it without the containers, I think To Be Mindset is amazing for you. But if you're looking for those muscle gains, like I'm still battling whether or not I should go back to Ultimate Portion Fix, because time nutrition, I know that's what my body needs in order to build this magical butt. And I see some people snickering and whatever. Okay, y'all could judge me. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get a butt at the end of this. Whatever. But time nutrition for you.
I can't with you right now. But I think she's right. And it's what you mentioned, Jess. Is where you are right now with your journey and your lifestyle. Right. Jessica has a very demanding job. She has a toddler, right? We're in a pandemic, right? And so To Be Mindset is what fits her lifestyle right now, right? And so for me, I love the containers because I need structure, right? Also, Matias is 7, right? So I'm not like after him like I used to be when he was a toddler, right? And it just makes it easier. And like Jess said, I feel like, it's already ingrained in my brain, like how many yellows and how many blues and how many, all of it, right? And also, you know, I am in my journey, I am, I'm trying to build more strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like you said, I feel like the containers allow me to increase my intake with food without having to really, and it can go both ways, right? Like for her, it's easier to just kind of look at that picture and decide and decipher without knowing that she has the healthy foods in the refrigerator. She's got to pull and put. Right. For me, I rather prep and then know that I can just put it in here and it's good to go. So it really does depend on your choice and your lifestyle and and your goals ultimately. Your
And
goal.
there's nothing wrong with trying both, but
Mhm,
give
right.
them honest tries. Like give the 2B mindset the 2 to 3 months. Give Time Nutrition 2 to 3, or not Time Nutrition, but give Ultimate Portion Fix the 2 to 3 months and see what works. And if with Ultimate Portion Fix, I weighed weekly, just like Gabby does, and I absolutely weigh how God made me. Um, I don't, and I weigh around the same time frame, but give it that honest try, because doing it for 2 weeks is not going to do it for you. Like, oh, I did it for 2 weeks, it didn't work. Mm-mm.
Right. No.
No, the time for MBF, the little 3 weeks, and it didn't work. No, your body's changing. Things are happening, and we go through our cycle every month. The week before your cycle, you blow. Most people that I know, and then it takes another week to take that weight off. That's 3 weeks right there, because you got the week before, you got the week that you in it, then you got the week off. You only got 1 week in a month where you have some good weight. I'm just saying, and this is me like looking at my weight diligently every single day. So understand that, like, I gain literally 5 to 7 pounds every cycle. And all I eat is grass. You can't tell me it's not eating. I just eat grass. So you can't. And I know that's what it is because I've been tracking. I've been, being diligent. I can tell you exactly what is going to happen on the scale when I have certain meals and what time that I have them. When I have too many sparkling waters, I can tell you, this is going to bloat me. Or if there's salt, because there's some sparkling waters that have sodium. So, just be mindful of that and give them honest tries. Because they're both amazing programs. And be honest with yourself. You can say, oh, I want to do 2B mindset because it's easier and da-da-da-da. But if you don't have the patience for 2B mindset and you know that you need the structure, don't do it to yourself. You're going to drive yourself crazy. Give yourself the structure with Ultimate Portion Fix. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. I agree. You have to give it time for it to work. I feel that for me, after each program, we're doing MBF right now, right? Muscle burn fat. And I feel that, I definitely can see changes in my body after the first round of MBF, which is only 3 weeks. You can see progress, absolutely. But I feel that I saw more definition at the 6-week mark. After I'd done 2 rounds of MBF, I was like, oh, right? So absolutely, I think that you have to choose one of the programs and go all in with it. You can't be like, oh, well, yeah, I'm going to just switch over now to 2B. No, you have to finish it out. You have to absolutely finish it out. Jess, I'm going to share my screen so that they can see where to find, all the
and while you're,
materials.
I just want to answer a question that came in about 2B mindset and intermittent fasting. I don't, how can I say this? I don't believe in intermittent fasting. My stomach doesn't close. So I just don't believe in like telling me you can eat from this time to this time. I have a problem with that. I think I just have a problem with you just telling me I can't eat something at certain times. And then you only I can only eat it from this window in terms of like 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I'm not eating all this food in like this little time frame. For me personally, I don't care for intermittent fasting. But that's just, I also wake up at 4 a.m. So telling me I can't eat until, no, it's true, my stomach don't close. So, and telling me I can't eat until 12 o'clock, and I've been up since 4, no, that's a problem for me. I just,
Well, my question was more geared towards like, do you just listen to your body and eat when your body tells you you're hungry, or do you like kind of structure your meals like?
oh, there you go. Okay. I was like scrolling. I'm like, where you go? No, I do have a time of when I like about eat. About eat. That doesn't sound about. Okay, whatever. But I have times like, so I usually have breakfast around the 7, 8 o'clock area. I don't have lunch until about 12, 1 o'clock. And then I'll have a snack about 3-ish. And then I'm usually dinner and done by 6, 7 o'clock.
So do you work out fasted at 4 a.m.?
Yeah, I can't have anything in my stomach.
So you have your energize and then you go at it, because that's what I normally do. And then I was trying to do the Try Nutrition, but you know, now with my schedule, that's not working. So
Not
I'm
the thing.
trying to figure it out.
You got potatoes up in the morning and stuff, girl. Ain't nobody trying to do that. That was my one thing. But I can say when I did Time Nutrition, when I did 80-Day Obsession, and one thing you will learn about me, hopefully we'll get to know each other and you'll see me more. But one thing you'll learn about me is when I do something, I'm going to do it, right? So when I committed to 80-Day, I committed to Time Nutrition, and I was still, at the time, I was bi-coastal, so I didn't have anyone to worry about. It was just me. I was able to wake up at the 4. You know, my food was already prepped, but I woke up at the 4, ate my food, worked out for 5, you know, gave myself that time so I can really follow it to the T. And I had 50 million and one containers going to work. So it's worth it. Did I lose weight? I think I may have lost 2 pounds during 80-Day Obsession, maybe 3. But the definition was insane. And that muscle build and the way that it changed my body, I look like 2 different people with just 2 pounds off.
I completely agree, because my results were like that too. Like for Time Nutrition just took me to like a different level, I feel. But for you to like, for weight loss to maintain, it's, and like more of a manageable lifestyle, you say that to be mindset, you know, it's, yeah.
For me, yeah. And for the space, yes. But Gabby's maintaining with Ultimate Portion Fix, but she also has a different lifestyle than me. You know, she has that flexibility and she's able to prep and she needs that structure. I just can't do that right now. And I know you shouldn't say can't, because I shouldn't be part of your vocabulary, but it would be extremely challenging for me right now. And I don't think I want to add another challenge to my life. I'm still talking to Jesus about it. We're still trying to figure it out, because it's like, just, you really want this? Are you going to do what it takes? You know, kind of deal. So. I know, Gabby, you wanted to share your screen?
Yes, I'm going to go share. Wait, am I muted? No. Okay. So I'm going to share just so that everybody knows where to find the material. All right. So everybody can see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're super new, and you have never seen this before, this is our Beachbody On Demand portal. You can download it on your phone. You can download it on your TV. You can download it on anything that's smart. If you have to work out from your laptop, then just type in beachbodyondemand.com, log in. Typically people get confused because it says sign up or log in. You're going to log in because you've already signed up, all right? So once you're here, you're gonna go under programs, and at this point you've discussed which program you're going to do with your coach. Perhaps it's gonna be MBF, maybe it's Bar Blend, maybe it's 10 round, whatever it is, right? So that's where you're gonna find your programs. Also, if you scroll down, you are going to find the Nutrition Center. By the way, this was just added, relaxation and meditation. We also have pre and postnatal workouts, just, you know, want to throw that in there, and tons of workout programs. So this is the Nutrition Center, you guys. And this is the To Be Mindset, and this is the Ultimate Portion Fix. If you started with the MBF Challenge Pack, now 10 rounds challenge pack has it, and the Beachbody On Demand one, Beachbody's doing something that they've never done before, which is they're throwing in both nutrition programs absolutely free in there with your challenge pack or your completion pack. And so you now have access to both robust nutrition plans, and they're both video based. All right. And so, you know, Jessica is talking about the 2B mindset. Okay. And then I'm talking about the ultimate portion fix. And so I kind of opened this one up, which is the ultimate portion fix. And where it says start here, that's where you're going to start. Okay. The beauty of this is that it also gives you 7-day meal plans. I mean, they really equipped you to succeed. They give you the tools. So you're going to start here. And then once you start with your lessons, you're going to do one lesson, whatever, you know, time you have. Some of these lessons are like 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. And you can literally watch one video and be done with this entire program in 30 days to equip you on how to have a healthy relationship with food, how to go food shopping, how to, you know, read nutritional facts, how to organize your pantry, how to eat out. I mean, everything, you guys. So definitely make sure that, you know, you're going through this.
She has options on there as well. Both 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix have vegan options. And what I like about Ultimate Portion Fix, I think Autumn is absolutely genius. And I think people forget that she did bodybuilding competitions. Mm-hmm. And so she's really, really studied in terms of the body and how to get definition and growth. So her Ultimate Portion Fix, you know, when people ask you, oh, do you count macros and da-da-da-da-da, if you're doing Ultimate Portion Fix, technically you do. And that's what that little algorithm is. It's your macros being counted for. She does the work for you. And so you don't have to figure out your macros. But when you punch in all your numbers, that's what you're doing. And she also has options to carb cycle, which will give you the, like, if you don't want to do time nutrition, carb cycling will also help with muscle definition. Obviously, I'm pretty obsessed with these containers, right? But because I know how magic they are, I just don't want to do the work. But they're amazing. If there's several things that you can do. She has competition prep when it comes to the containers. It's really, really a phenomenal system. It really is. And she has everything for you. Weight loss, I've clearly lost weight on it. I built muscle. It's great. I can say that.
I'm trying to find one of the plans for the.
And she gives 7-day diets too, no?
Yeah. I mean, they really lay it out where you can pick up one week and say, I'm going to eat what they tell me to eat.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Let me tell you, whenever I do a program, we used to have, like, right now our nutrition guides are a little bit more open because we have both plans. But back in the day when we first got, I remember like quarter force, it told you like every day, like sample meal plans. I would follow exactly what the people said and get the most amazing results because I just didn't want to think about it.
Right. And that's what these programs do. So here, I'm going to very quickly go over, someone said I want to use the Ultimate Portion Fix. I don't know how to calculate. So if you go to, obviously you're going to start where it says start here. And then you're going to move yourself, but you down, you know, all the videos, but you have to calculate, right, your calorie bracket. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to module 3 and you're going to go here and got to weight yourself, right? And let me see right here. So it also, you know, tells you if you're not working out, this is the calculation you're following. If you are working out moderately challenging, you're going to take your weight and multiply that by 11, and that's going to be your caloric baseline. I would be taking a picture of this. And then you're going to grab this number and you're going to add 400 calories, and that's going to be your maintenance calorie, right? So if I'm maintaining, that is what I am following right now. But if I want to build, then I would follow, I would actually just increase my intake, all right? Okay, so here, I would take this number if I wanted to lose weight, and then I would subtract 750 calories. And then that is my calorie target, because now I've created the deficit. Again, weight times 11, and then you take that number, you add 400 calories, you take that number again, and you subtract 750. And that is if you want to lose weight. Then you grab that number, and then you figure out what plan you fall under. I'm going to show you in a minute. But then this is if you're working out to extremely challenging, and then you would follow this calculation. All right. Let me see. All right. So now ultimate portion fixed containers. So I'm just going to grab like any, number here. So let's just say that I fell in portion plan C, right? That means that my target was between 1,800 to 2,099 calories. So let's say it was 1,900. Then now I know that I need to eat all of these containers, and it's very simple to follow. You're not going to eat 5 green containers at once. You're going to spread them out throughout the day. All right. So you get 5 portions of green, which is your vegetables. You're going to have 3 portions of the purple, which is your fruits. You are going to have 5 portions of the red, which is your protein, 4 of the yellow, carbohydrates, 1 blue, healthy fats, 1 orange, which is your seasoned dressing, and then 5 teaspoons, which is your oils, nut, and butters, right? And that's basically it. The other piece to this is that, again, we mentioned that you are going to have sample meal plan. So you can literally take that and run with it and go up and just pick something from, plan C meal plan. Boom, I'm following this until you get the hang of it. The other thing is what goes into those containers? Well, right here, ultimate portion fixed food list and ultimate portion fixed vegan containers. If I open that, it literally goes down the list of what goes in each of these containers. Until you get the hang of this, you're going to have to read this, maybe print this, have it handy, right? And just read it carefully, because sometimes it says that it's cooked or raw, or, something like in the yellow containers that I always, point out to my girls is, some of these things in the yellow containers, they expand when you cook them, like rice. So you can't measure rice in the yellow uncooked and be like, I'm gonna eat all of this. You can't. Right? You have, we want to, but you can't. So you're going to have to cook it. So make sure that you're reading this carefully. You guys, if you can read and you can follow directions, you can legit, have amazing, amazing results. And that's really what this plan is about. And again, go and just start where it says start here. But I just gave you, a quick rundown on how you're going to find, your calorie bracket. Look, 7-day meal plans. Literally, you can just go in there and grab. Okay.
Each container that has the list, be mindful that it works like a pyramid. Well, upside down pyramid. The top of the list are what's best, and she says it in one of the videos in which you're going through. But she lists the things that are most preferred at the top of the list for every breakout of the food. Greens, I think kale is at the top. Kale is up, spinach, and what's not the best but still fits in the container is all the way at the bottom. So mindful of that. You want to try to eat at the top of the list as much as possible.
I want to show them for you, Just the to be mindset, like how the plate looks. Do you know where that is? It's clear I don't use the to be mindset. Sorry, guys.
She breaks out first the food list and what veggies, proteins, FFCs are, and then here's the plated method kind of recap. But the PDF is basically a summary of all of the videos. Hers is a little bit different. She does do videos, obviously, but the PDF is not so dense in terms of what is in there. I think the videos are amazing to literally, she has the first video is like, start here, like get started. And she breaks down what the 2 bunnies are. Water first, veggies most, whey, and Jesus, terrible. Anyway, you go through the, you go through them. But what I appreciate, track, thank you, my bunny, appreciate you.
Yes, the tracking,
which is so important. But what I like about Alana is I feel like I can dress up my food and not feel guilty about it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a little bit different. I feel like with, you can put seasoning and things on, but that orange container, I'm always very mindful of that. Where Alana's all about like dressing things up, and putting accessories. She loves little accessories on each meal. So I think I also have a little bit more fun when it comes to like the different types of meals that I can have on To Be Mindset. But I always try to keep in mind of how my plate should look. And I literally, what's great is your plate can be as big as you'd like or as small as you'd like, and you'd still lose weight. I am what's called a volume eater. I eat very large portions because I just love it. And most of the times it's a lot of veggies, and then it'll be the protein. So like my 50% veggies is more like 100%. And then I'd have protein, and because you never can go wrong in the To Be Mindset with too many veggies. It's water-based, it goes through you.
Can you walk them through this?
Yes, let me.
So this is the breakfast one.
Yes. So for breakfast, you want to make sure that number one, Alana will always let you know veggies is never an issue. If you want to add vegetables for whatever meal that you're having, you can do so. So while breakfast is 50% protein and 50% FFCs, which are fiber-filled carbs, you can add a veggie in there and it'll be fine. So this is potentially where I have my breakfast. And Alana looks at FFCs. If you break down an apple and a carb, they have a lot of the same components. So she doesn't believe in differentiating between fruits and carbohydrates, because they're all, when you break them down, like I said, very similar. So she calls them fiber-filled carbs. And she teaches you how to read labels and go to the grocery store and breaks down what is going to give you the most fiber for that label and how to kind of do the calculation and understand what is going to be very fiber filled. So you want to have the most fiber in the morning, because those are going to also be your sources of energy. I didn't see, someone said something. Alana says there's no such thing as gaining weight with too much veggies. Exactly. So for me, I never like think about my veggies like at all. I pack them on. Like if I'm ever very hungry or I feel like I just need more, I just add more veggies to it and it still melts off. So what FFCs are supposed to do for your body is give you energy. They're supposed to help you throughout the day. So you will notice while you go through the day, your breakfast is going to have the most carbs. So half of your meal should be carbs and half of it or FFCs, half of it should be protein. And if you want to, like I said, add veggies in there, you can. I do that with my shake. This is for breakfast for me. I usually 95% of the time I have a shake because it's just easiest for me. I put my fruit in there, I pack in the spinach, and then I have my Shakeology. And it's good to go. I have my almond milk, boom, I don't even think about it. Lunch, you're still gonna need some carbs to help you throughout the day, some FFCs, but you're not gonna need as much as breakfast because now you're midday, right? And you're winding down in terms of your day. So you're not gonna need that energy to carry you through, that much energy to carry you through the rest of the day. You're midday at this point. So that's why I usually have lunch at like 1 o'clock, maybe 12 if I'm super hungry. And it'll be, of course, load up on veggies. So half of your plate should be veggies. To that missing component of carbs that you think you need, you would replace with a nice healthy serving of vegetables. You're gonna still have your protein because protein is very important, and you're gonna have your carbs. But again, half of the portion of what you would essentially have for breakfast. And this is just a ratio. This is just an outline. My plate, my husband and I have been following To Be together. My plate and his plate could be very different. His plate could be twice the size of mine, but his portions, his ratios are still the same. And he's still gonna lose weight while my plate is half the size of his, but my ratios are still the same. It's still 50% of my plate for my veggies and lunch, and still 25% protein, still 25% FFCs, where his plate is 2 times bigger, still the same ratios. And then for dinner, and then there is Snacktional. And it was so funny because when I first started To Be Mindset, I'm like, she make me sick with this Snacktional thing. Like, snack is not an option. I need my snack. Like, I'm hungry at 3 o'clock. I'm gonna have my snack. But I realized as I like the weight loss happened more, there are many a times where I don't have snacks. And it always shocked me where I'm like, wow, I really didn't have nothing today. It happens. And Snacktional is if you're hungry, and a lot of times in the beginning of your journey, you will have a snack. And just make sure with every single meal, you drink water first. I literally drink over 200 ounces. It's insane how fast I can do that. Now that I think about it, I just be like, how do you drink so much water? It just happens for me because I've been drinking so much water for so long. I started off with half my body weight in ounces. Then I went up to a gallon, and now I'm like, whoa, I need to slow down on water. Can you imagine? So the Snacktional, it's going to look like lunch, but on a much smaller scale, where in terms of 50% veggies, a quarter of your protein, a quarter of your carbs. Again, this is going to be very small amount of carbs. Remember that it's a snack and you're not having a second lunch. So your plate is going to be much smaller. Sometimes I would actually do Wonder Whips, which is Greek yogurt, and she whips them up into kind of like a ice cream pudding kind of deal. I have a very bad sweet tooth, so it is absolutely perfect for me. And she has so many different freaking things for recipes for Wonder Whips. It's insane. So I'll have a Wonder Whip, and it holds me over. It's mostly protein. There is no veggies in there, but sometimes I'll have a side of like cherry tomatoes. Sometimes I don't. This is not necessarily to say you have to have every single thing. This is just an optimal snack. And remember, the size would be much smaller because it's a snack. And for dinner, you're just not going to have any carbs because you're going to sleep, right? What do you need energy for? That's what carbs are supposed to give you energy and carry you through. You don't really need that for dinner. You not really. You don't need it unless you are a breastfeeding mom. Those factors are very different. You're going to need the carbs to help you produce milk. That's a different story. But for optimal weight loss, you're not going to have any FFCs for dinner. It's going to be mostly 75% all vegetable based with a small amount of healthy lean protein.
Awesome. That's the breakdown, you guys. Let me stop this share.
I just saw Jane said she Googled Wonder Whip, bad idea. Maybe you should put To-Be Mindset Wonder Whip. She has actually, I think, a video on YouTube of her making some. And Pinterest, I have a Pinterest board as well. Let's see if I can copy and paste it. Bear with me, guys, for a second. I'll try to copy and paste my Pinterest link. I have one for To-Be Mindset and for Ultimate Portion Fit, so you guys can get some ideas for meals. But I promise you, you don't need it because you'll need it probably after a few years. I have these boards because I've been doing both. Like I've been in the nutrition realm and doing To-Be Mindset for so long, and I was in Ultimate Portion Fix for so long. So I felt like I needed to switch it up. But there are so many recipes and sources on Beachbody On Demand. It's insane. Use what you have. Trust me. There's a lot of things in there. People always ask me, what do you do for your shakes? What do you add in there? I'm like, have you gone through Beachbody On Demand and looked at all the recipes on the blog? I didn't even know that was there. Right. There's a lot of tools there.
I'm trying to go and show them also where Fixate is, because we also have access right here under Nutrition Center, you guys. We have access to Fixate, which also gives you a bunch of recipes. Where is it? Is it here? I don't see it. It's here somewhere.
I'm not looking at the screen. Sorry. Fixate. Oh, it should be in nutrition, no?
It's
and
not
then
there. But it should be
really?
somewhere.
I thought it in the Nutrition Center. The monthly. That's weird. Where is it? What's that?
Past it, Gabby. You just passed it, Gabby. It's there.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Go back to the Nutrition Center. It's there.
Did I miss it?
So this is
you missed it.
What I just linked was for the Portion Fix. It's like Beachbody friendly meals that uses Ultimate Portion Fix. And then I'm going to show you another one called To-Be Mindset Fun and Veggie Life.
Oh, right there. It wasn't going for me before. Here. So here's the Fixate. Dios mío. Why does it keep doing that? But anyway, in the Nutrition Center, you guys, look, Shakeology, all about Shakeology, recipes and stuff. And then the Fixate, there's 2 cookbooks. Each one of them is like over 100 recipes. but you'll also find videos and then also find the actual recipes if you don't want to watch the videos. But the videos are so short, and I love watching the videos because she breaks it down with her brother, like,
Listen,
you know, what to eat. I mean, how to make it and stuff. So Fixate also, if you want snack ideas, drink ideas, look at that.
Bobby is Black.
You're dumb.
No. Have you tried the recipes on there? Where I'm like, who
Yeah.
is a Southern Black lady that is cooking this food? Like, they are bomb. There are a lot of things that
So
eat brown. I'm telling you, because they are so good, flavorful.
yes.
Like, they have wine. I remember when I was doing Time Nutrition, they had like this wine meatloaf kind. Listen, it's bomb. And don't think that just because you're doing Ultimate Portion Fix, you can't use To Be Mindset recipes and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
If they fit within that realm, you can absolutely use them. Just don't try to bring the containers over to Be Mindset. Just understand these are your FFCs. When they talk about yellows, those are what your FFCs are. And don't try to sit here and measure what your FFCs in the yellows. Don't do that. I was doing that. Don't do that. Just know this is, and make sure it's fiber filled. This is what's going to fit within this portion. This is 25% or half, whatever it is, and be okay with that. Don't be trying to take your little containers and put it up in your FFC. No.
So we're gonna wrap it up, but I want to give you an opportunity to ask questions. Again, you know, you're hearing both of us say that both programs work, that you have to be patient, that you have to give it time, that you have to put it into action, right? You have to read the instructions, you have to go in and watch the videos. Where it says start here, that's where you're gonna start. You know, again, follow all of our directions in terms of how to get started, right? Take your pictures, take your measurements, take your, you know, make sure you're weighing yourself. Another suggestion or recommendation that I have that I think that is a must is schedule that workout. When are you working out? Because if you don't schedule it, it won't happen. It's an important meeting with yourself. The other thing is, water intake is so important, you guys. At least half your water, half your weight in ounces of water. So if you're 100 pounds, 50, right? Just to give you an example. Sleep, like Jessica mentioned, is so important. Your body needs to, you know, recuperate from the workouts and from the day and all of that, right? Stress level, make sure that you're able to manage all of that, whether it's putting a routine together, you know, tapping into this community. There's just so many things that, you know, need to happen in harmony in order for you to get the results. So if something's not working, you have to look at the entire picture. Just like Jessica said, you know, what is it that you're not sharing? Because sometimes people will say, but I did everything. Like, I'm doing everything 100% and I'm not losing weight. And then
at 2 a.m. Oh, okay.
No. So what is it that you're not sharing that, you know, so that we can really dig in and find out what it is that you're having that's affecting you in whatever way. All right. So any questions for Jessica, To Be Mindset? Any questions for the Ultimate Portion Fix before we go?
I had a question. Hi, everybody. To either Jessica or Gabby, what do you guys think about like ready to grab meals like Lean Cuisine or Smart Ones or Jenny Craig, but like those kind of things, like in a pinch, in a bind, when I'm tired, I don't want to eat this today. You know, would those be a good quote unquote? Because I don't cook. I hate cooking. And I know this. I know either or. I'm leaning more towards UPF because I find I like the structure, but I know that I have to cook. I have to prepare my meals, you know, on my own because I know processed foods have a lot of sodium, have a lot of, you know, things in it. But what do you guys think about those options for like in a bind? Like I'm running late from work or something and I don't want to eat what I have in the fridge because I'm so used to it already.
You wanna
You want me to get that or you want to get that? Look at your face. So
I'm ready for you to hit that. So you go ahead.
Okay. So my recommendation will always be home food. That's just me. Okay. I know where you're coming from in terms of a bind, but you won't find yourself in a bind if you meal prep. So you take Saturday and Sunday to meal prep. So what I recommend is that you go food shopping on Saturday, right? So that you're not doing both of them together.
On the same day, yeah.
Right. And then Sunday you're going to meal prep. So perhaps, you know, you're going to meal prep for 3 days so that the next 3 days you're not eating the same thing. But if you're meal prepping on Sunday and you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday food, and then Wednesday, you know, night, you can prep for Thursday and Saturday and do things that are easy. I mean, they're going to teach you how to meal prep as well. Things that are simple. Actually, I'm going to send you, or maybe I'll post it in the meal, in the group, excuse me. There's actually from the Ultimate Portion Fix, there's, I think it's like a 7-day meal plan of foods that you can prepare. You don't have to cook any of them. So I'll share that with you since you mentioned that you don't like to cook. And you know, no judgment because I don't like to cook, right? So I'll share that with you, but I feel that if you take the time to prepare beforehand, you will never be in a bind.
Just coming from someone that, when I tell you I lived on like lean cuisine, Jenny Craig, and I had a very long and hard journey, and I have been overweight my entire life. And technically by standards, I'm still overweight, right? But I started off in my 20s, and my highest was at 250. And to lose my first 50 pounds, girl, I tried it all. And I was on Jenny Craig for a little bit. I had meals delivered. I had Weight Watchers for a long time. I've done it all. And I'm telling you, the sodium intake is so insane, and the bloat that you get, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
What if you, along with what she's gonna send you, you know what else is a good option? ¿Cómo es esa? Wow. When they send you the not Blue Ribbon, there's another one.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know what you're talking about.
Those
HelloFresh.
Thank you.
HelloFresh, yeah.
Well, how do you say this in English? So HelloFresh is a great option because they are very fresh ingredients. I've had them delivered to my house, and you know what's going into your food. So while you don't have to go food shopping, you can kind of use Ultimate Portion Fix because you know they come separated. Like, this is my protein, this is my veggie, these are my seasonings, everything that I'm putting in together to build this meal. And you can work it out that way. Maybe it coming already, like, I need to put this, this, and this together will help you. You know, maybe that'll help you in terms of like being in a bind.
Yeah.
I tried that option, but it already made with like all the sodium and cooked. I wouldn't recommend it.
Can I give her a little bit of what I use? I use a lot of frozen veggies. That's really helpful. So like in a pinch, you throw that bad boy in the microwave, in 3 minutes you have veggies. Just start with that, and then add on, you know, tuna, you know, just find things that you can just whip up on a whim, you know. And I always have little extras. Even for me, like, I'm always on the go in my truck, so I always have a bag with like these random even the Uncle Ben's packets of rice. Like, I rather get that than the lean cuisine, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm in my car all the, you know, I do home visits, so I have to time when I can eat, what I can eat, what's, you know, as I'm driving in my car, like, you know, what can I eat? And
they sell hard-boiled eggs. I get those, and those are like, if I'm on a whim and for example, when I'm on my truck and I don't have time to prep, I usually make a stop at Walmart. I get hard-boiled eggs. I get a bag of salad. I throw that together, and that's a salad with some protein, some veggies, a little bit of whatever dressing, even if it's not the healthiest dressing, but you water it down, or you just put a little bit, you know, you just make it work.
Yeah,
you know, be committed to your goals, and like being busy, and or like even if you eat out, like I had barbecue for dinner tonight. What did I get? I got a baked potato with nothing on it. I got green beans, and I got smoked turkey. Smoked turkey. And then it was a huge portion. What did I do? I cut it in half. Half of that was for today. Half of it is for tomorrow, because I know the portions are too much. So even if you eat out, like, you can find, you know, healthy things to eat.
Yeah, that non-cooked meal plan that I'm going to send you is perfect for you, because those are the things that you can bring with you, you know, when you go do your home visits. Okay.
And I also, I just want to say something. Also, with the 2B mindset, because I do the 2B mindset, Ilana, when you watch her videos, like all the introductions and stuff, she teaches you kind of how to choose your meals if you're like going to Panda, you know, to get healthier options like that. So since you say that you're, you know, you go home visits and stuff, I think that'll be like a little easier for you to like learn it in that way. Just so you know, like if you go to like, let's say you go to a fast food restaurant, Ilana says, you know, always get your veggies most. They always have options of like brown rice and stuff, so you can always, you know, just put that into the like the plated method. And that's the simplest way I do it when I don't want to cook, because sometimes I get lazy. So, you know,
like how to eat out and how to order, it's bomb.
Yeah.
I watch it, and also like she teaches you about emotional eating, and that's how I am absolutely an emotional eater.
I'm a big emotional eater too.
To me, like I said, I'm gonna rah sis boomba for 2B mindset. Of course, Ultimate Portion Fix is amazing, you know, but if you're really busy on the go and it's just so hard for you to prep and prepare, because I do think you need structure for Ultimate Portion Fix. I don't think it's something that you personally that you could whim. I think that structure, it's valuable, and if that's something that you can do, absolutely. But if it's something where you need a looser lifestyle and still need to lose weight, I think you should think about at least looking into 2B mindset. I know you said Ultimate Portion Fix, so I don't want to sway you and be like, come team 2B, but it is totally up to you. What should
I want to just add in a little bit. Hi, everyone. So for me, I've never tried 2B mindset, so I will speak about the containers, which that's like my comfort. At some point in time, I'm going to do 2B mindset because I feel like it's important for me to know that as a coach. But as far as the portion containers, Alexandria, I hear that you're like super busy, and I just want to give you a little bit of like my scenario. I work in a busy ER. Sometimes we don't get a break at nighttime. And when I was doing 80-day obsession, you know, my schedule is like the opposite of everybody's. I'm sleeping during the day and then I'm up at nighttime. And I belonged to a Facebook group of nurses who were doing 80-day obsession, and they flipped it so that they were eating a lot at nighttime and then sleeping. I couldn't do that because I felt like it was too much to flip back and forth. So what I did was I made sure that I had my containers for what I was going to need to eat up until like 11:30. And I know that's late, but that's what worked for me. And I literally would have like my sunflower seeds and my celery and my hummus. And I would take literally, you know, as fast as time as I needed to. I know it's not healthy to eat fast, but it did work for me. And I got my food in. So I would say that, you know, you're going to have to just kind of, you know, change your frame of mind, set some time. You're in the car, but maybe have foods that you can easily grab while you're on the go. I have eaten in my car as well. But, you know, you fit it so that you know that this is the time that I need to eat. And if you're in the car, then it's something that's simple to eat as opposed to like a salad.
Yeah, exactly. I just have to be creative and, you know, do the work and just because I want this, I need to do this. So.
And you can do it.
Yeah, I'll figure it. I'll figure it out. It might take me some like trial and error, but you know, I have both programs. As I said, I like UPF because of the structure, but you know, take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just make sure that I'm staying on the right track, and hopefully.
And if you go for those other options, also give yourself some grace, because sometimes we don't make the best choices, and we have to learn to just deal with it at the moment, move on, and then try your best the next day. Like, don't let one thing derail you from, because you want to, you know, be perfect with this nutrition. Perfection does not exist, guys. If, you know, Gabby can say that, you know, everybody can say that, because perfection does not exist. So even if you find yourself one day on a pinch and you're like, whatever, screw it, I'm buying this freaking lean cuisine because I don't have time. Don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, move on. The next day you do better.
Thank you.
We did have a question about what should you do when you're pregnant. I don't think I'm the best role model for that. So I think.
So there is, I'm done. So there is a calculation if you are pregnant under the Ultimate Portion Fix. There is a calculation if you're breastfeeding under the Ultimate Portion Fix. So that's the beauty of our nutritional programs, okay? So you can follow that because it's important to know, how to fuel your body when you're either pregnant or you're breastfeeding, right? So make sure that you find those when you, actually you can find those under either the Ultimate Portion Fix program, or if you go to the maternity programs, if you look at the prenatal, it'll break it down there. Okay, so make sure that you look for that. So we're fully prepared. I mean, Beachbody has thought about everything. But it's 9:45, you guys, so we want to be respectful. I mean, we went over a little bit. If you have any questions, you can always either tag myself or Jessica in the group in quarantine, or you can post the questions in the actual event page that we created for tonight's call. I will upload this recording so that, if anyone missed it or wants to, review it again. But again, guys, a lot of I think all of the trainers talk about you can get abs, but they will not be revealed until you are diligent in the kitchen. So it doesn't matter, Autumn, her saying is you cannot out-train a bad diet, period. And so I think it's very, very important to take note of that, if you want results, you have to show up in the kitchen. 80% of your results is going to come from that. Jess, do you have any final words?
Oh, you have your hand up. Perla had a question. I feel bad. I'm sorry. Perla, what's your question?
Sorry, so quick. I was just trying to be polite. I had my hand up. Next time, I'm just going to get in there.
I didn't see. Sorry, girl.
Okay. Really quick. I was doing Weight Watchers too, and I lost 50 pounds, but I realized that I was started eating, if it fit into the points, I was just eating more carbs and just not more processed food. So it stalled my weight loss and I wasn't feeling good. So I'm ready to get back to Portion Fix. I did it when my daughter was 2 months old, and I lost 14 pounds with 21-day fix and Portion Fix. That was 5 years ago, so I think it was a little bit different. My question is, I don't want to ever give up any type of food, right? I'm okay. I know I have still like 100 pounds to lose. So I know this is going to be a long journey, and I want to eat mostly healthy. But if I wanted to do the Ultimate Portion Fix, because I need the structure, follow it exactly like that. But one day a week, one meal a week, have so-called cheat meal, right? Or something that doesn't fit into standards of healthy eating. Would that be possible? And like, what's the best way for me to do that? I was thinking of maybe calculating it a certain way so that it's less containers for that day. I don't know, what would be the best way?
Like when you have bonus points, let that go. Nope. If you're going to have it's just different plans. I understand that you don't want to give up certain things, but I think my take on, I'm trying to say this without being so rough, because New Yorkers, that's just how we are, right?
Be rough, girl. I'm from New York. It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay,
I can take it. I need it.
I think it's very important.
I want you to be real with because
I think a lot of people always I want balance. I want to hustle first, grind first. You're gonna get that balance, but how you gonna want balance and you want to treat you ain't do nothing? Mm-hmm. Hustle first. Take the time,
right?
Yourself for a few months. You know what I'm saying? Get your weight down to what you want it to be. This is just how I do things, so I can only speak for me. Put my head down, eat the grass, eat whatever Autumn tell you to eat. Put it in little containers, and then when you see that you've gotten to a good place, yeah, you can have a treat. But every week having a treat, I personally would not. I just don't think you should. If you told me
that's
once
probably
a
not
month,
gonna make it. Okay.
that'd be, or once every other month, I think that's different. But I didn't get to 80 pounds by having a treat every week. And that's just me because I'm super strict. You know what I mean? And I really wanted to grind and I didn't want it to take forever. So I just head down like, yo, I'm just going to do it. Everybody's different though. And everybody's like, no, I can't live like that. So you have to know if that's okay for you. So this is, again, my personalized answer. Yeah. Like I'm just not, I wouldn't coach you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, hustle for this time.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
maybe I could even do like a program, like one whole program, and then like, you know, have a cheat meal where like some of the programs are 2 months or 21 days. And I could do that as long as I know it's coming.
21 days, because 21 days is only 3 weeks. That's not enough grind time for me.
Exactly. Oh, okay. So maybe just doing it twice.
And then your treat shouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to undo everything that I did for 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a treat. It's like, I did good. I have one treat meal or one small treat, not a treat day. I see these people get crazy.
No, I wasn't
doing. You gonna give yourself diabetes. I mean, you have that one little treat, all right, cool, and get back to it the next day because you got work to do. Mm-hmm. And you know, this doesn't by you always patting yourself on the back. Yes, you could clap for yourself, but be mindful of how hard you clap him.
But see, and also
thank you.
80-day obsession. I'm gonna add, when we did 80-day obsession, we had
refeed
days, yes. And we, you know, once we got there, we all look forward to refeed days. But she had us in check. It wasn't like you just was going out there and doing whatever, right? She gave us recipes. You know, she equipped us, and it just sounded like, you know, you were like, you know, maybe less containers. Like your mind is already set on cheating, right? Yeah. And I think that's gonna make you fail because you're so focused on that cheat meal as opposed to your focus on, okay, I want to lose 100 pounds and how do I get there? And also I feel that Autumn has done an amazing job with this program. She gives you opportunities to substitute, you know, in a healthy way, right?
You got mine on portion fix. That's bomb. Yeah. It's yellow or 2 yellows, something like that.
You can literally, I mean, and it's what Jess said. I think it's what's most important for you. Is it your long-term goal or is it that, you know, short-term satisfaction? You got to decide which one is it.
No, that's right.
And then also just look at the, you know, the plan and look at all the substitutions. She gives you ways that you can substitute and still feel that you're not giving up your entire life to reach that goal. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies. I mean, that's what I needed to hear. And that's why I really wanted to get on this call tonight. That's why I had to say that I had my hand up because I need, you know, sometimes it's part of the journey.
Yeah. I always see the little blue hand. I missed it. So sorry.
I'm glad.
Can I add something real quick?
ADHD. So what's that?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm glad you saw that.
I just wanted to share with Perla because I had me going in, like, I'm obsessed with chocolate. Like, I felt that I could not eat chocolate in a day, like at all. So I created like a cheat day, and I would eat chocolate like on Wednesday, and I would literally gain probably even like 5 ounces more than I had lost that week. And then I would get like so depressed because like I lost like 2.3 pounds that week. And then the moment I ate the chocolate the next day, I looked at the scale and I was like ready to give up. But then I was looking through the Fixate books and everything that, and then I learned, you know, not just the beach bars, but like all the different types of Shakeology, like not even on Beachbody, but if you YouTube or if you Google anything, like there's millions of people doing these programs. There's gonna be like a treat out there that's healthy, that fits in your program where you're not gonna have to cheat. So now like my treat to have my chocolate Shakeology every day, like I always talk about it. I'm like, I can't believe I can have chocolate every morning and it's not cheating. It's actually helping me lose weight.
Yo, you have
Thank you, Celine.
There's a mug cake where you have Shakeology in there. You put a little bit of peanut butter.
I'm gonna have to try that because that's my thing. Chocolate, Shakeology, chocolate, and peanut butter. Banana and spinach.
Yo, you put a little banana in there too. That's half of your purple, son.
Yeah.
I used to have mug cakes like every other day, still slimming down. I'm telling you, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. The 28th, I'm gonna start like full on beach body and really give it a try this time and
Why are we waiting
just
to the 20th?
do one program at a time.
Why
Well,
What's
I'm actually doing something right now. My birthday's on the 21st, right? So I didn't want to start anything. Yeah, because I'm gonna go, you know, Epcot. I'm in Disney. I'm in Orlando, so I want to do that.
I didn't hear nothing you said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Your birthday's on the 21st, so that's a lot of days in between from the 21st. You have your little meal and then get back on it the next day. You're not saying nothing, Perla. So
You're right. You're right.
you're gonna wake up, you're gonna look at the containers, and you're gonna start implementing it tomorrow, right? That's what you meant to say.
Yeah, because I got my containers. I got them in the mail 2 days ago.
You want to text me?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
let me
do
because I
Accountability.
don't know. Yeah.
Accountability. We always
I love it.
Jorge and I, guys, like, listen, tomorrow is not promised.
At all.
Start today.
Thank you, Jessica.
Now.
Start today, right? So we went
Yeah,
over how to calculate your plan today. You got your containers in the mail? Right?
Yeah, I got them. I just got them because I had them from before, but I lost them, so I just got them a couple days ago.
It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. This journey is what happened?
715 died. Sorry.
I needed
Go
to
ahead.
put you on speaker view for that. But it's not going to be.
Thank you, guys. Honestly, thank you. I need this tough love. Honestly, sometimes I work so hard that I'm too soft on myself sometimes, and I need to reel it back and realize I got goals, man.
You want it to be perfect. That's why you're looking for a date where, okay, my birthday's coming, so I know I'm going to cheat that day. So, and that's the problem with us. We are looking for the perfect day to start, and then we never start because you're never going to find a perfect day. You just have to start. And if you fall, then you just pick up back, you just get back up, and then I tell my girls all the time, just shake it off. And like Jess said, you can't allow one, let's say you cheated or you treated yourself, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Right? A lot of times we feel so guilty that we just end up like throwing everything away, and then we just do it the entire day. And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna start tomorrow again, and then tomorrow you feel crappy and you're like, oh, forget this, like I just can't, right? And I think that the one thing we want to take, want you guys to take away from tonight is that you need to just shake it off and think about why you started, and just get up tomorrow, and it's a new fresh start. Every single day, every single meal is a fresh start. So just do it, and then it'll compound to what it is that you want to accomplish. But if you continue to look for that one day, you'll never start. Because every single time we have a nutrition call, you're talking about Weight Watchers. You're talking about you're going to join and start.
You're going to call me out like that.
Right? You join here and you tell me that every single call you say you're going to start the Ultimate Portion Fix, or you're going to try the 2B mindset, but you haven't. And it's been months. So the next call, you're gonna tell us that you've been on the Ultimate Portion.
She's texting me tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, I'm texting her in the morning. I'm gonna look at the stuff because I didn't even know back in my day 5 years ago they didn't have it online like that. So I'm excited to look at the program again and with it. Thank you, ladies, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Dang, I should have had my hand raised. We love you.
No.
Let's take a picture real quick.
I'm glad I did.
Oh, I gotta do my bunnies. Let me represent for my bunnies.
We had so many people on the call. I did a video.
Hello, my hair is wrapped and everything. I got where's my wig?
Smile. I
see my wig.
You guys smiling?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. To be mindset. I see you. All right, I'm done. Thank you, Jessica, so much for tonight.
Of course.
Guys, but she definitely brings the preacher, the comedian, the everything, the teacher.
Because Jesus said,
yes.
Let us eat grass. Come on, we can do this.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Remember, next 8 p.m. All right?
All
All right,
right.
good night.
Last
Good
one.
night.